Today, we'll be taking a look and testing all the Donkey Kong Amiibo that you can use in Donkey Kong Bananza, including these Super Mario World Donkey Kong wristbands. But let's start off with the brand new Donkey Kong and Pauline Amiibo that I picked up from GameStop.
Alright, so I just picked this Donkey Kong Amiibo up from GameStop. As you can see, there it is. This is how the box looks. Pretty nice. We got Pauline and Donkey Kong artwork on the top, Donkey Kong and Pauline over here, and let's just open it up, right? It's not too deep to open up an Amiibo, but gotta unbox it. Let me know if you're one of those people who like keeping your Amiibo sealed and on display. I used to do that, but you know, I have to use them. And here it is in all its glory. Look at that. Donkey Kong just smashing and punching the screen. And you got little Pauline on his back like they're going on their adventure. But yeah, there's the Amiibo. Here's the bottom side, just what we're gonna scan. Donkey Kong Bananza unboxing. All right, let's go scan this in and see what it does.
Now, in order to scan an Amiibo in Donkey Kong Bananza, all you have to do is just press the plus button. Go down here, you'll see co-op play and then Amiibo button. Then click on that and you'll see that it says to tap any Amiibo to the NFC checkpoint on your game. Now, if you're using a Pro controller, what you want to do is just tap the Amiibo right to this spot right over here, just like that, and it should scan in the game. Now, if you're using a Joy-Con, you're going to want to make sure you grab the right Joy-Con of your Nintendo Switch 2, and you're just going to place the Amiibo on top of that. All right, simple enough. As I launched the game, I remembered coming across an NPC in the resort layer called Collectone that looks really similar to the Donkey Kong Amiibo. And when you talk to them, he says, "We love curious things, love them. We especially love Amiibo figures. Fossils are nice too. Do you happen to have any Amiibo figures?" And you will do. So I'm going to hit here's an Amiibo and the NFC touchpoint menu comes up. We're just going to scan this in and we're going to see what happens. He goes, "Wow, so cool. We always want to see this Amiibo figure. Our dream came true. In return, we'll give you a present we've been saving for a special occasion. You deserve it." And then it says you got a new outfit for Pauline. So what you want to do is make sure that you talk to the NPC Collectone so that way you can scan your Amiibo there. It doesn't happen when you just naturally scan it in. Otherwise, you'll just get these Kong Gold tiles. My first time finding him was in the resort layer, but let me know if you find this NPC anywhere else. Now, in order to equip this, you want to head over to an outfit shop or a getaway and access the closet. There, you're going to select Pauline's outfit, and then you're going to be able to equip her outfit. Now, this outfit should look extremely similar to Pauline's Mario Odyssey outfit. So if you haven't played that game yet, that's her outfit pretty much in Mario Odyssey. The specific purpose of this outfit is that it makes it so that music discs are twice as likely to drop from enemies when you defeat them. So as you can see, beating up an enemy, a music disc drops. And then once you acquire the music disc, whenever you go to your getaway, you can head over to this record player over here and select the song that you have picked up from beating up enemies and just play it at your getaway. Also, want to make sure to note that you need to progress in the game in order to get newer music tracks or music discs. So make sure you're doing that and progressing that way. You know, it's not going to give you like the end game music if you aren't in the end game, if that makes sense. I also feel like this whole entire music part is more of a AFK, you walking away from your computer or you leave it on your TV and just chill out to the music. So that's pretty much the purpose of that. Now, besides the newest Amiibo, there are a bunch of other Amiibo that are compatible in the game, especially the Donkey Kong ones. And these ones are going to include the Donkey Kong from the Super Mario Collection, as well as the Diddy Kong from the Super Mario Collection, as well as Donkey Kong from Super Smash Bros. And Diddy Kong from Super Smash Bros. As well as King K. Rool from Super Smash Bros. Because he's part of the Donkey Kong series. On top of that, these wristbands from Super Nintendo World also function as Donkey Kong Amiibo. This is the Diddy Kong wristband, and this is the Donkey Kong wristband, as you can see. So now let's test out exactly what these Donkey Kong Amiibo do because they're so special to this game. So we're gonna hit our plus button and let's just do a rapid scanning of all of them that we can. All right, first Amiibo up. Let's tap in Donkey Kong from the Mario Collection. What do we get? Giant Kong tiles that just fell over right now. All right, let's do Diddy Kong from the Super Mario Collection. There's my Diddy Kong. Ah, the old Kong disappears and we get another Kong that drops by. All right, not too bad. Maybe Smash Bros will have a little bit of more luck. Donkey Kong Super Smash Bros. We get Kong again. Okay, no worries, no worries. Diddy Kong Super Smash Bros. Huh? We get Kong. We get Kong again. Nothing special shows up. Let's try King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. Bruh. Same thing. Okay. But how about these Super Nintendo World wristbands that I got, right? They should give us something special. So let's go ahead, hit Amiibo, and I'm going to tap this.
Oh, Lord.
We get Kong again. Maybe the Diddy Kong, right? Maybe there's a last Amiibo scan magic here. We'll get something special. Maybe we'll get a Diddy Kong hat or something, right? We get Kong tiles again. Now, personally, Nintendo, if you're currently watching this video right now, please, please, please don't abandon other old Amiibo. If there are Amiibo related to a game that you put out, please make sure that it gives people rewards for them. Just like Zelda games like TOTK and Breath of the Wild, when you scan them, you got something special. Even if it's a costume that you get later in the game, if the Amiibos give you something special, it really should. I also feel like trash for buying this for $100 just to get Kong tiles. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys also agree with me. If you have Donkey Kong Amiibos, you should get a little bit more than just the new Pauline and Donkey Kong Amiibo. Now let's talk about the actual use cases when it comes to these Kong tiles specifically, and then we'll talk about regular Amiibos afterwards because they also give you something special. Now, Kong tiles, what could they be good for, right? So we're gonna hit plus again. We're gonna tap our Donkey Kong and then scan that in, and we're gonna get our little Kong tiles. But what are they good for? Well, in this game, there are two specific materials that explode and break things, right? We have this purple stuff over here. Just rip that off, throw that, and then watch the boom happen. That is gonna happen with that material, but gold also explodes in this game. So if I take this and aim it at the wall or an enemy, watch this. Boom, you can completely annihilate an enemy. So what's the point of these Kong tiles? How do they help out? Well, if you don't have an explosive material around you when you need it, well, these Kong tiles could be kind of helpful for that. For example, let's just say there was no explosive purple material here and I needed to get through certain walls like this one over here, which is based on explosion. Well, then I can just throw this at the wall and completely just damage it and kind of break through it. Another big benefit of the Donkey Kong Amiibos is that I can consistently just scan in one Amiibo at all times. So if you just own one Donkey Kong Amiibo, that's all you need to do. In previous games like Zelda, you would have to scan it multiple times, but a Donkey Kong Amiibo, you could scan the same Amiibo all the time. So I could pick up these Kong tiles, use them, throw them at this wall, click again, hit my Amiibo, use the exact same Donkey Kong Amiibo I have in my hand here, tap it again, and I get more Kong tiles that I could just chuck around. I mean, the use case of this is kind of crazy. If there's any time enemies around you and you just need to get through them, hit pause, scan Amiibo, and these tiles just come down out of nowhere. So you could probably also do this during boss fights for absolutely no reason. It's so stupid. It's definitely not as effective as the purple material, but it does explode, and that's kind of a good thing, I guess. Now let's also talk about regular Amiibo in the game, because regular Amiibo also do stuff. Now here's a really cool fun fact about it. Here is my Bowser Amiibo. This is a basic regular Amiibo, and if I go ahead and scan it, here's what's going to be really interesting about it. You're going to see a random material just show up. Now the materials that show up are going to be related to the sublayer you're on. You get a chance of something being the same sublayer material. There we go, explosive material, because that is also in the game. This is more better than gold, but it's a random chance and you're not guaranteed it. So try it out. If you have a regular Amiibo, depending on what stage you are in the game and you scan it, you'll get the material showing up there. So pretty cool stuff. And that's what the Amiibos do. Nothing mind-blowing, but I just wanted to show you the use cases of the Amiibo. So let me know if you're going to be using these Amiibo in your gameplay or not. Comment down below, hit subscribe, notifications on, and I will see you in this video over here on your screen.